What's going on, guys? Doty here, back from another vlog, and today's a big moment because we're gonna be modifying my mom's car. Here's my mom's 2014 Mustang GT in sterling gray. It's a track pack, manual, has the Brimbos, everything like that. However, she used to have a exhaust on here, but it was just a muffler delete. She hated that so much that she actually put on Oscar's stock GT500 mufflers. What we're gonna be doing today is putting on the Roush mufflers as well as doing the Roush diffuser, which is made for those little square tips. So we'll be making that entire install video. Gonna have Oscar hop in and start it up for us. So as you guys can see, it does have a tone. She just wants it to be louder. She's like, it doesn't have enough grunt in it. So we're gonna do that for her with these Roush mufflers. Now we're back at the garage. We have the car in here. Everything's moved out. We're just gonna go ahead and get it up on jack stands just to give us a little bit more room. I don't know if I'm gonna show every step as we go, but for the most part, it's pretty easy. We're gonna be following a LMR video, which they have all the steps already. So this is really just kind of to show the before and after and some of the steps in between. Really quickly, I wanna shout out GloveWorks. They sent out another set of gloves. We always like to wear gloves when we're working on the cars just because it keeps everything nice and clean. They have like a diamond grip, which is really awesome, helps you grip on the bolts and stuff, and also keeps your hands looking nice after a long day of working on greasy cars. Right here's what the new exhaust is gonna look like. It's the Roush square tips. These were purchased used. They're pretty good condition. This was off of a wrecked car that rear-ended somebody, so it was all front end damage. This should just be a quick little bolt on. After 3 tries, we finally got the right diffuser from Roush. Their shipping is not the best. However, this is the Roush rear diffuser. Starting off, you're gonna have to come into the trunk. We will have to take off this little interior plastic piece, which also has a light in here, so be careful when you pull it out. And then also we'll be taking out the tail lights because we will have to take off the entire bumper. Undo the connector. There we go. And then kind of angle it out, and then it'll come right out. Yeah. Perfect. Cool. For sale, $3,000. Now we're just gonna repeat this side. So the next step is you have to take out these mud flaps. What you wanna use is a wrench with the socket, so that way you can use like a screwdriver. If not, you have to take off the wheel, which is a little bit more of a pain, but we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Screws are out, all 3 of them right there. You just gotta pull off the mud flap, which Oscar will show you how to do. Just push it because it has this little pin and it slides right off. Now that we're under the car, this is on the left side, so the driver's side. You just have these pins you gotta pull out. It's literally just use a little pin tool and they'll pry right out. Not too much light, but there's a tab that comes up on the bottom diffuser right here. And you guys can kind of see there's a little push pin here. So we're gonna pull that out. And I believe, yeah, there's one on the other side too. So just make sure you get those 2. And then there'll be 2 right here in the middle, which I'll show you in a sec.
You did pay.
Oh, that went on top of the exhaust. It's all right, we'll get it eventually. Then you have these 2 right here, which we're just gonna pry up. I don't think you're gonna have to keep these, but I'll try not to break as much stuff as I can. You also want to make sure you unplug this in the trunk so that way you don't cause any problems, and then just pull it through the grommet because that's your license plate lights. So this right here is the entire bumper, as you can see. Just kind of prying out these little clips right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And you just pull from the edges here and then pull up and back. Just firm pressure, don't yank on it or anything. So another step, you will have to remove these reflectors. So the easiest way to do that is go from underneath. There's like one that you pinch and the other one kind of slides out at an angle. So then that pops out on this side and then it just slides out at an angle like that. Now you just push in these retaining tabs and that'll release the black plastic in there. You can kind of just push it through. Boom. And it comes right out. So I do want to mention that if we do miss anything in this video, the Roush kit does come with great instructions. As you can see, those are all the little tabs we just pushed. Now we're going to start cutting the template, marking it on where we're going to cut. Now we have all of the drilling and cutting done. So as you can see, we have these slotted out. We have the cut here, all of the holes drilled, even have the J-clips installed. So the next step is to clean this entire thing with rubbing alcohol, and then we use this adhesion promoter right here that they have. We just wiped down the entire diffuser as well. So this thing is getting pretty close to done. We're gonna be able to install it, push the tabs in, stick it on. We'll be all good to go. Follow this guideline right here. There's different sizes, as you can see. It makes it pretty easy, especially when you line them all up to do that. So now we're just flipping over to the next page. doing a little bit of hardware, and we'll keep it going. Diffuser is completely mounted, and we have it all 3M'd on there and everything. What we're doing now is just doing these two 8mm nuts, and then we'll continue on the process. Not showing too much just because it takes a lot of hands-on, and we want to make this as perfect as possible, so just bear with us, but we'll show you guys as we can. So you do have to trim the little foam crash bar. Just be careful taking it off, not to throw it through the freaking foam. So this just made an absolute freaking mess, but that's what it looks like all done. These are the Christmas tree clips right here. So just be careful pulling those out, and definitely be careful cutting it. This does retain most of it, so it's not like a safety hazard, I don't think. So, and also it's Roush, so it's the way Roush does it for their cars. The diffuser is actually mounted to the bumper, and we have this cut. We're gonna go ahead and start on the exhaust, which is right here. It's really hot out. I mean, we're getting direct sun right now, but we're just gonna power through it, knock it out, and we'll show you guys whenever we have the exhaust on. These are what we're removing. These are stock 2010 through 2012 GT500 axle backs. See how large these are? The new ones are really small, which you guys saw earlier. These cans are really, really small in comparison, and it says Roush right there, which is pretty sick. The big tip would be to take off this hanger for the bracket right here. There's a bolt right there, and there's two on this side, which Oscar's working with right now. They're 13mm, and they're really helpful to get done, just because if not, you're gonna have a pain using all these hangers and trying to get them lined up. So just take our advice if you're going to something smaller like this. Just go ahead and take off the exhaust hangers. All right, so now we have the exhaust on. It is so hot. I wish I had like a nice lift indoor garage with AC, but let me show. Oh geez. Here are the exhaust tips. It looks terrible without the bumper. So we're gonna go ahead, throw on the bumper, and we'll show you guys what that looks like when we're all done. So now we have everything back and inside the car. We have the mud flaps on, we have the interior trim. So let me show you guys what it's looking like. This is the rear exhaust and diffuser. It's looking pretty sweet. Obviously it's still up in the air. Taillights are back in, interior panel. Make sure you plug everything back in, make sure all the grommets are good. We're just gonna do a quick cleanup in the garage before we lower it back down, and then we'll give it its first startup. Take it to the same spot that we shot the other exhaust video just to do a comparison. So we're gonna hop in here really quick, and then we're gonna go do that. So we just finished up the install. I did a test drive really quick, but the audio wasn't turned on because this mic you have to turn on. So we didn't really get the audio there, but it has no weird rattles, has nothing really like crazy or weird about it. It sounds pretty quiet from the inside with no drone. I'll probably do more videos on this exhaust if you guys want me to. This is a big improvement over the stock, or at least those GT500 mufflers. What I'm gonna have Oscar do is he's gonna rev the car just like he did on the stock ones. I'll probably throw in that clip really quick too, so that way you guys can compare it. Play the stock one now. And then now I'm gonna go for the Roush. As you guys can tell, that's a huge improvement over stock. I mean, it's got some grunt now, it's got some rumble, and it even has a little bit of backfires when I was like downshifting and stuff. Nothing really loud, just those little like muffled ones, but I think this is perfect for my mom. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up right here. So if you guys enjoyed, please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.